The Jesuits of the Missouri province arrived in St. Louis when it was still a frontier town on the river that opened up a developing continent. Now we say, in the language of Pope Benedict XVI, we are sent to the frontiers. In the early 1800s, Bishop de Bourgh invited Jesuits to come to his new diocese in St. Louis and gave them a farm at Florissant. From there, Jesuits founded parishes up the Missouri River and out into the plains. They were pastors and teachers, missionaries and founders. In 1841, Father Peter de Smet led a band of 6 Jesuit missionaries to the Northwest. They guided the very first wagon train ever to cross the continent, and then established missions and churches all over the region. Other Jesuits established missions among the Potawatomi in Kansas, the Lakota in South Dakota, and the Arapaho in Wyoming. In 1877, Italian Jesuits founded a school in New Mexico. They soon moved to Colorado and then settled in North Denver, where Main Hall became a landmark of what would develop into Regis University. Father Michael Dowling founded Rockhurst College in 1910. Sedgwick Hall housed both high school and college classes. As the church grew in the center of the continent, the Missouri province gave birth to 3 other Jesuit provinces. We developed 12 colleges or universities, 17 high schools, and countless parishes. A few examples highlight the Jesuit charism of responding to the needs of the time. Back in 1858, Father Peter Koning was the first Missouri Jesuit assigned to serve black Catholics. Missouri Province Jesuits took over the mission in Belize and founded missions in India and northern Honduras. Father Marion Gainey pioneered the credit union movement in Belize in 1943. He gave people a practical way to solve their own economic and social problems. He later developed credit unions in the Fiji Islands. In 1914, Father Edward Garachet began publishing the Queen's Work magazine. Father Daniel Lord later developed it into a powerful agency of Catholic action. One of the first radio stations in the country began on the St. Louis University campus in 1921. Father Ed Dowling helped Bill Wilson, co-founder of Alcoholics Anonymous, early in the development of AA. We are still beginning new initiatives. The province helped found Cardinal Ritter Prep in St. Louis and began Loyola Academy to help at-risk African American middle school students to enter Catholic college prep high schools. In Denver, we started Arupe Jesuit High to help Hispanic students from distressed neighborhoods get a college prep education. Arupe students spend 1 day per week working in an office setting. Corporate sponsorship pays part of Arupe's expenses, and it opens doors to experiences that help students realize how much more they can be than what they ever imagined. We founded the Girls Division of Regis Jesuit High School in 2003 to respond to the need for Catholic high school education for girls in the Denver area. The province has also sponsored new initiatives in Ignatian spirituality with programs in Denver, Kansas City, and St. Louis. These centers focus on training lay people to give spiritual direction and to lead retreats. We now have 3 distinct programs for volunteers: the Alumni Service Corps, the Jesuit Volunteer Corps, and the Ignatian Volunteer Corps. Even though the Missouri province has begun new works, it remains faithful to its long-term commitments in education. Jesuit high schools continue to make a lasting impact through rigorous academics, service programs, faith formation, and strong programs in athletics and the arts. Jesuit universities require philosophy and theology courses in the tradition of humanistic education, but also embrace a broad spectrum of research and advanced studies. Regis University has developed strong nursing, physical therapy, and pharmacy programs. Rockhurst University excels in undergraduate programs. St. Louis University opened a Center for World Health to develop new therapies for diseases that afflict the poor. St. John's College has shaped generations of leaders in Belize. We have worked hard to strengthen the Jesuit mission and the Catholic identity of our schools. Regis University is one of the country's leaders in distance education. It plays a central role in the Jesuit Commons Project, which offers higher education to young people trapped in African refugee camps. Our parishes in Kansas City, Denver, and St. Louis bring a diverse community together. They attract people who want solid preaching, prayerful liturgy, adult faith formation, spiritual direction, and active social ministry. Missouri Province Jesuits are preparing to join the Jesuits of the New Orleans Province as part of the National Reorganization Plan. The new province will stretch from Belize to Miami, to El Paso, to Denver, to St. Louis. It will encompass one of the nation's fastest-growing areas. Over and over again, we ask ourselves whether a particular apostolic opportunity represents the more universal good and promises to give greater service to God our Lord. Ignatian principles guide our service of faith and promotion of justice. In dialogue with cultures and religions, we are rooted at the heart of the Church and sent to the frontiers.